Hey, how you doing? Want to know why I'm so happy? Because I woke up this morning really determined. I've been listening for about 3 days to a subliminal, improve your life, make more money, succeed type of subliminal messages. I've been listening to that. And what did it do for me? Last night I had a mind-altering, I don't know what came over me, but I had this weird burst of energy yesterday. I actually 3 times, but last night at about 8 o'clock it was the most intense. And in the morning, I've never woken up this way, full of inspiration. So what did I decide to do? I said, hey, every entrepreneur says you will not succeed until you learn how to network and work with other people. So I always said that was bullshit. Then once I woke up this morning, I'm like, no, I need to network with other people. I need to help you to help me type of thing. I can't do this alone, so what am I going to do? This. So, I did all this stuff today that I never thought I could ever do. But an entrepreneur on YouTube, a very successful one, said, you will not get anywhere until you take action and then ask questions later. You have to take risks in this life to get good outcomes. So this is a reservation for a room in the library, a conference room, for me, and I'm going to do a research study. What am I going to do? I'm going to feed the people. I'm going to provide lunch to the people showing up. But what am I going to do? I am going to do a subliminal eye change study. There are not... The only proof that subliminal eye changing works is YouTube. YouTube is the only before and after kind of things. There are barely any on Google Images. I want to be the first person to put on Google a study that this actually works. Because most of my family's just saying, that's bullshit. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for my family. I'm doing it for everyone. I want to help everyone in the world change what they want and show that subliminal messaging actually can change your perception. It can change your outward looks. It can change you. So, I bought... I don't know where the 4th one went. But I bought 4 of these. I know this is 3. 4 of them. I bought 4 of them. The dollar store. Yeah. And I bought 2 sets of pens. These, for the people that are... These, for the people that are going to come. I'm only getting 4 people. And you will not believe what I said in the Craigslist ad. I said, you have to be... Is it still only work? No. You have to be a 1, a 3, a 6, or a 9 birth path to come to this. Why? Because 9 is what I am, and 9s get along with each other very well. Some people think that just because it's numerology, it's fake. It's bullshit. But if you took the time, just took the fucking time to go check what your birth path is and say, hey, that describes me incredibly well, then... And you don't even have to calculate everything with numbers. There are birth path calculators that do it for you. And it also says what ones you get along with the most. My enemy number, which is my best friend, which is really, really funny. My enemy number that a 9 should not be near is a 7 and a 8. Those are the 2 worst ones that a 9 can be paired with. The 7 is my dad. The 7 is the insecure one. The person, that typical person that makes fun of everything you do because they're secretly insecure. Those people are usually 7s. It describes you really well. Just putting that out there. If you want to look yours up, you can. So I bought these books so people could track their process in them. And if people decide to start listening to more than one subliminal, go for it. I do that. But the main course to this study that I'm trying to do is that if when you listen to these subliminal messages and you release oxytocin, the hormone, the pleasure hormone, the attraction hormone, then I'm wondering if your mind is more apt to accept these subliminal messages. If you're releasing a hormone that causes attraction and you're listening to subliminals, your brain will attract the subliminals. I just want to test this on people. And I'm not going to lock people up and force them to listen like the military did with MK Ultra, where they gave them acid too much through an IV. But that's another story. No. So what I'm mostly doing in this is giving people free lunch, giving them binders to write in, track their process, and pretty much just saying, come back in 2 months, and then we will see the process, the how much progress you've made. I'm going to take a picture of each one of their eyes. I'm going to tell them to take a picture with their phones of each one of their eyes, and they only have to do it once. The next 2 months, it's a 2-month-long study, because I strongly believe that if you can attract oxytocin, which you can release just by smiling, you will feel an enlightened sense. That is oxytocin, a tiny amount being released. But when you have sex and you're really giggly and huggy with the other person, if you've ever had sex and you want to cuddle, that is a large amount of oxytocin being released. I tested this morning, subliminals mixed with oxytocin release, and it works. It works. All I had to do was do something that I love doing, sun gazing, which makes me feel more energized, while smiling, which released more oxytocin, and I just didn't have to listen to the subliminals as much as I usually do to feel a slight passive effect. I didn't have to. I only had to listen to it 4 times this morning, on and off, because it felt like the effects, I got them faster in a way. So I just want to test this on other people. Yeah. Any race can do it. Don't care about race. Any zodiac sign, whatever zodiac sign you are, it doesn't matter to me. Your birth path, the ones I picked are the 6, the lover, the nurturer, the carer. I picked the 3, the creative, inspirationally strange type. The 1, the leader, the wants to learn everything to be at the top type of person. The 9, the healer, the revolutionist, me. So I picked those types of people to try this. And I purposely did not pick any enemy numbers. Genius, right? And you never know. My best friend, I won't say his name, but the guy I've known for 5 years, and yes, I count. It's not a gay thing. He is my enemy sign. And I can see why, but I get along with him. Just naturally. So you can have someone that you don't get along with, yet you're their best friend. It's weird, but it's possible. So you never know by just hanging out with certain people of that certain number. Get what I mean? My best friend, his number is 8. And 8s need to fail and make mistakes because they don't take advice. And that is why we would be enemies, but I let him make mistakes. I don't tell him how to live his life. And he learns from his mistakes on his own. It's just that kind of person. So I'm used to it. I'm not going to tell my best friend how to live his life. I'm not going to suggest things like, oh, you could do this, because that just bugs a number 8. And yes, I call them a number 8, because number 8s are like that. My older sister is a number 8. I like my older sister, but we hate each other. Because number 8s do not like it when you give your opinion. Just putting that out there. Unless you're extremely close to them. But still, look up birth path or life path. Look it up. I'm going to go now, and I'm super excited about this. Reserved a room. All I need now is to practice. I'll probably sneak a pizza into the library. Why? Because I don't think you can have a pizza brought into the library and reserve and like say, oh, here you go. I think security will say, hey, there's no food in here. Yet the library I picked, you can eat in that library. It's so huge, you wouldn't believe it. And I will actually put the Craigslist ad in the description of this video. I need people to show up for this study before the 16th because the room is reserved on the 16th of this month. It was the only one. December was all booked, which was like, wow. I've never booked a room. I've seen people book rooms in libraries and stuff, but I've always thought about doing it. But now I actually did it. Everything today that I have been doing, I have put into action. And the best, I'm just going to say this really fast, and I could probably just put it in the description. The affirmation subliminals that I used for wealth and prosperity and hard work, I'll put that in the description. If I don't do it now, I will do it. But if you want, it's called 200 Powerful Abundance Affirmations and Images. Wealth. That's what it's called. If you want to type that all in or just click the link below. So subscribe to my channel and I will be the first one to have done a study on this subject. Oh, and I don't usually suggest eating candy, but sugar will create some oxytocin. Why? Because it will actually create more dopamine, but dopamine and oxytocin at the same time is really good to do. There are methods of releasing more oxytocin than just smiling and staring at the sun. There are a lot. If you were listening to these subliminals when you're orgasming, like during masturbating, I've tried it. I'm not afraid to admit I've tried this. It actually works. It actually works. So if you're listening to the subliminals while masturbating and watching porn, go for it. By all means. If it works, it works. I'm not going to tell anyone in there, in the meeting, in the event, how to release oxytocin. I'm just going to suggest that it's possible, but I'm not going to force anyone to have to release it a certain way. Everyone wants to do it their own way. Let them do it their own way. Before I go, the eye colors that I'm going to do in this experiment, in this study, is I'm going to let people choose from 6 YouTube videos. Rainbow eyes, blue eyes, gray eyes, amber eyes, purple eyes, which I'm trying to get, and red eyes. I didn't pick the one eye here and one color here. One color here, one color here, 2 different colors. I didn't pick that one. Because I know that people like this, they can do it on their own at home. They don't have to do with the ones that I showed. They might find something that works better for them. The point is, I want people to do this for 2 months and then show me their results. I'll see how their eyes are different or the same. Yes. So that is what I did today. I was going to make flyers, and I was going to make a PowerPoint, but I don't have a projector, so I don't think I can do that. Maybe, I might, I have time, so. Everyone have a great day, and listen to the subliminals, because they do work. Goodbye. Comment.